in on a guy in like a mascot outfit with another person in a mascot like outfit, like dropping in the floor.
That's a funny walk into.
Yeah, when I first seen it, I just walked past. I'm like, what got going on?
Oh, wow. Time for you to tell the truth. It's time. Bow Wow. It's time. Tell the truth.
I mean, can we talk about the absolute irony here? Bow Wow was just running his mouth, talking about how much he misses those Diddy freak-offs. And now we find out what he was really missing. But honey, that's just the tip of the iceberg. According to some very reliable insiders who were actually there, Bow Wow wasn't just another party guest, he was the main event. I'm talking main attraction, 3-course meal, the whole 9 yards for Diddy and his friends. We all know these industry men will do anything to climb that ladder. But the real question on everyone's mind is, did Bow Wow actually enjoy recording these encounters? Is he just another victim of this predatory industry? Or was he living for these moments with Diddy?
Yo, Diddy told me how to party. Diddy taught me how. JD gave me listen, JD and Snoop coached me and gave me the game. But it was Diddy who taught me the lifestyle aspect of the game.
Let me tell you, Bow Wow has been making headlines lately, and not in a good way. Everyone's giving him the ultimate side-eye because of these strange Diddy connections. And let's be real, we all know Bow Wow as hip-hop's corniest guy ever, right? So of course he had to say something completely ridiculous about the whole Diddy situation that made everyone's jaws drop. He went on Roxanne Davis's podcast and started talking about how he missed all these Diddy parties and how everything's been so boring since Diddy went to jail. Like, read the room, honey.
That, as far as like our industry, that made me feel some type of way, like for 3 days straight, like I can't, like nah, I would have never thought it would, if it is the end, this would be the story of how it would end. It ain't supposed to end like this. Like for me thinking on it, bruh supposed to be on a 250-foot yacht with his wife, leg up, chilling. This how you ride it out. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of us probably never thought that we would see this. But for me, it's like, it's just unreal. Like it seems unreal at times. I know me and Jermaine, we spoke about it, and I'm just like, I would never thought that we would see him in this position, ever.
Even with all the rumors that I've always circulated.
Never. Just never thought I'd see it like this. Like, nah. He's like the gatekeeper to the game. To the point to where, what weekend just passed? Like BT Award weekend, it didn't, like the past 2, they just didn't feel right. Because there was no motion, there was no parties. There was nowhere to go. Like,
let's be very specific between parties and freak-offs.
No, the industry, like the parties that we attend. Like, there's me, you, the Terrences,
I left before 1. I never stayed.
The backlash was intense, and honestly, can you blame people? Like, who in their right mind says they miss parties where so many people have come forward with horrific stories? But here's the real gag. A lot of people weren't even shocked by Bow Wow's comments because word on the street, and trust me, these streets talk, is that he was living for these parties because it gave him a chance to, let's just say, network with powerful men in Hollywood in exchange for career opportunities. And get this, these rumors about Bow Wow go way back. The story starts when he was just 6 years old and caught Snoop Dogg's attention. Imagine being that young and getting invited to rap alongside Snoop and Dr. Dre on that massive stage.
The future. Tell him your name.
Bow Wow.
This is Bow Wow. Y'all hear that? Can y'all hear it? Yes. He's the future. He's a rapper too. He gonna drop and y'all go out and grab his stuff soon. We're gonna do this intro, okay? My next guest will soon be in a new movie called House Party 3. But he's also a very, very funny stand-up comic. You've seen him on Def Jam, you've seen him here. He never fails to bring them laughs. Please give it up for Chris Tucker.
Because the punches that the movie, I'm purple ducks and justice of the niggas for the movie. They never see me and they stupid color shit. They say they have a double up with
Now, Snoop was absolutely blown away by Little Bow Wow's talent. I mean, who wouldn't be? He took him under his wing and even blessed him with the name Lil Bow Wow. The most incredible part? Snoop invited him to join the entire tour and later featured him on his legendary Doggy Style album. But here's where things take a dark turn. Snoop started having major drama with Death Row Records, and with the East Coast-West Coast beef getting deadlier by the day, he knew he had to bounce. But Snoop wasn't about to leave Little Bow Wow hanging, so he introduced him to Jermaine Dupri. And honey, this is where people say Bow Wow's nightmare began. The whispers in the industry suggest that Jermaine didn't just take advantage of Bow Wow, he allegedly passed him around to other industry players like Diddy. And if you're thinking, wait, Jermaine doing something like this? Well, Cat Williams been trying to tell us. He exposed both Jermaine and Diddy ages ago, calling out their behavior with minors. He even dubbed Jermaine the king of PDF files. Cat specifically called attention to how Jermaine allegedly treated the Criss Cross boys, who'd been under his wing since they were about 12. The story gets even more heartbreaking when you learn about Chris Mac Daddy Kelly, who tragically passed away in 2013 from an overdose. People close to the situation say Chris was deeply troubled in his final days, turning to substances to cope with the trauma from his time being mentored by Jermaine. The way Jermaine acted after Chris passed was absolutely wild. He put on this huge show of grief, releasing this dramatic statement calling Chris the son he never had and going on about how much time they spent together. He said, and I quote, "To the world, Chris Kelly was Mac Daddy, but to me, he was the son I never had." When I think about it, I spent more time with Chris and Chris than anybody in my whole life, so you can imagine how bad this hurts. I will always love you, Chris, and I will never let the world forget you. But Chile? Wait until you hear this. When Vlad TV later interviewed Jermaine about Chris, he couldn't even pretend to be sober or sad. He was acting all kinds of suspicious and, get this, couldn't even remember Chris's name.
Oh, what you talking about? All right.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
And then one of the members passes.
No.
Not right after, but years later.
Yeah, years later.
He passes at a relatively young age. Was it 30-something?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you see that coming at all? Were you guys still in contact?
No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't see that coming. We was in we had just did the 20th anniversary, so it was like we had just started, having much more dialogue about them going on tour and doing other things after the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, it was a tragedy.
Yeah.
The tea gets even hotter. Apparently, there was serious bad blood between Jermaine and Chris before his passing. All that grief? Pure performance, darling. One fan dropped a bomb in a since-deleted comment saying, "Yeah, 17 years ago, you were molested Criss Cross. Even had a lawsuit which they won, but it was kept from the public." When Jermaine clapped back threatening to sue the page, nobody was buying his denials, especially with all these other stories floating around about him and young boys in the industry. Speaking of which, a video recently surfaced where a bodyguard from the infamous Tunnel nightclub spilled some scalding hot tea about Bow Wow being dashed upon by an older woman when he was just 15 or 16.
Oh, shouts to Bow Wow and that big booty Puerto Rican chick from Newark, New Jersey, by Broad Street in the projects. You know who I'm talking about. You know what you did with Bow Wow. Why you gonna that little nigga? You know he was only 15, 16 when he came up in this motherfucker. Why you gonna do that to the man? And now he on BET about to marry a chick. You did him dirty.
Now, mind you, Bow Wow was under Jermaine's care at this time, so he should have been protecting that child. But instead of showing any remorse, there's a recently resurfaced video where Jermaine is literally bragging about taking young Bow Wow to clubs and exposing him to things way too mature for his age. And hold on to your wigs because it gets worse. Rumors started spreading about Bow Wow being taken advantage of by a male bodyguard in Jermaine's limo. While Bow Wow denied it, people noticed how carefully he chose his words, like he was trying not to say too much.
The one rumor that's always kind of lingered around that I don't think that you've ever addressed, and I just want to ask you flat out, there's been the crazy rumor that you got raped by your security guard.
fucking ridiculous. That's crazy.
You've heard that before.
Yeah, that was like the first rumor that like ever had came out. I'll never forget that shit. I was in Paris, France. I was in Paris coming back to the States. And I was going through the airport. I believe I was going to Philly. And I had to call into the radio station and just clear that shit up. It never really, it never was really nothing crazy. Like, cause like I said, like, people gonna talk, people gonna make up stuff, people gonna say things. That's just a part of the game. You know what I mean? People have said the most craziest shit about people all the time. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't even know where that shit started from. I don't even know where that bogus shit even came from. So, but nah, I don't even really, I never really had to, that might be like my fourth time ever really having to like answer that question before. Yeah, nobody asked me that.
Right. Because what, this was pre-internet? This was like early in your career?
Yeah. That was like the first rumor that ever like started on me as me being famous. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that shit. Okay. I'm like, all right.
Okay, that's a hell of a fucked up rumor, man.
Yeah.
Then his ex-girlfriend Erica Mena came through with the receipts. She exposed how Bow Wow was seriously traumatized by his early experiences in the industry. Not only did he have major anger issues and deep trauma, but he would take it all out on her. Here's the thing about trauma. Victims often channel their pain in different ways. Some turn to substances, some get therapy, and others lash out at the people closest to them. Now, this doesn't excuse Bow Wow's behavior at all, but if he went through what people say he did in the industry, his actions make a tragic kind of sense. Speaking of tragic stories, let's talk about Orlando Brown. His story parallels Bow Wow's in the most heartbreaking ways, especially since he also allegedly had encounters with Diddy. Orlando started as this incredible talent with 3 Disney movie leads. Everyone thought he was going to be Hollywood's next big thing, but Chile, everything started falling apart in April 2007 when Orlando got pulled over in Texas. The police found some substances, and honey, that was just the beginning. While trying to launch his music career in 2011, he got arrested for a DUI in Hollywood, and it became crystal clear that Orlando was spiraling with substance abuse. By 2013, he landed himself a 180-day sentence for another DUI. And then, the drama really hit the fan. An audio leaked where someone, allegedly Orlando, was threatening to harm some woman and her family. Now, Orlando tried to play it off, claiming she was just some obsessed stalker blowing up his phone, but he still got charged with disturbing the peace. Just when everyone thought Orlando was getting his life back together, booking movie roles and everything, 2016 hit, and baby, it hit hard. He got arrested for putting his hands on his girlfriend and possession with intent to sell, but here's the gag. He kept ghosting his court dates. Nobody knew where he was until police tracked him down to some sketchy Las Vegas hotel. His family and friends staged this intervention, trying to get Orlando the help he desperately needed. They got him into rehab, but Chile, he bounced after just 1 week. Then this absolutely heartbreaking video surfaced, showing Orlando walking around barefoot, clutching what looked like a case of wine, while some man in the background was threatening to lay him out if he came near his house. But here's the real...
This whole Will Smith, you feel me? Hey man, that nigga Michael Jackson, bro. You feel me? That nigga Michael Jackson, bro. That nigga set me up, bro. On everything I love, that nigga set me up, bro. You feel me? That nigga is tripping, bro. That nigga be on some other shit, my nigga. Like, straight the fuck up. What are you talking about, my nigga? You raped me as a kid, you big ass nigga. You raped me as a kid and you raped all of my kids, nigga. And you still trying to motherfucking get away with this shit, nigga. What do you mean? I'm sitting right here, bitch. Every time I see you, I want to slice your neck, motherfucker. You really have to understand what the Bible says, bro. The Bible says, honor your mother and your father for your days are long, nigga. I ain't killed you for that reason, bitch. Don't you ever get on a motherfucking TV show and act like I'm the motherfucking rapist, nigga. When you raped me, bitch, you raped every fucking body. Whole ass nigga. What are you talking about?
Reports later confirmed that Orlando's mental health started deteriorating after some horrific experiences with certain men in the industry. And Orlando, baby, he started naming names. In several interviews, he spilled about being used by industry elites, even dropping bombs about Will Smith and Michael Jackson allegedly being inappropriate with him.
Like I was telling you, Panda, so you got, Panda is a secret code for a certain thing. And so when it comes down to that certain thing, so what it is you basically have a certain nerve in your rectum, and if you touch that nerve, you can turn a person into an animal, you can turn a person into whatever you want them to be if you just hold them down. So pretty much when you see black eyes like Blueface and it like that, he got beat up, but he didn't get beat up where you thought he got beat up. He got beat up somewhere else, okay? And so the eyes come out and they call them panda eyes. And they do this so you see people with these cigars and they're all these big celebrities, they all have the cigar in common. That's that big thing between their legs that they're sticking in. And it's one big society of it. Now, when it comes down to the selling of they're shipping and trafficking and people, adults, the moms, the dads, right there on Target commercials, right there on Walmart commercials. And you're looking at the people that are missing and they're smiling like they're happy, but they're going back to hell. And that's really what it is. These are actually adults.
In another interview that had everyone shook, Orlando exposed this thing called the panda eye ritual that supposedly happens in secret Hollywood circles. According to him, these elites manipulate certain nerves in their victims' bodies to control them, leaving them with black eyes, hence panda eyes. Orlando claimed this ritual could turn victims into whatever their master wanted, and the targets? Young, unsuspecting men and boys in the industry.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, yo, Diddy, you gave me the Ushka Skoofwash. You gave me the Ushka Smuaf, the Smoofwash. Diddy. Yeah, son. I mean, you gave me the Ushka Smuash. I love it, yo. I love it. You gave me the Ushka Smuash.
And you know what I'm talking about, Diddy?
And just when you thought the tea couldn't get any hotter, Orlando sat down with Cam Capone and spilled about how Diddy allegedly did some unspeakable things to him at one of those infamous parties.
So Bow Wow got Bob. So that nigga Bow Wow got Bob. God damn.
Oh shit! Like, nigga, are you serious?
Oh God!
Like,
damn. It's only one. It's one, yeah, bro.
I'm gonna tell you, that nigga, he needs to figure that out.
So that nigga again.
No, that nigga's a man.
But how he got coochie?
Bro, this is our world, you know?
Yeah.
We can do what we want with our money.
So he's
no, he's none of these names you call him. He loved me while he loved me. And only I can see, just like Diddy. The same thing with Diddy. They loved me while they loved me, bro. Period. And I know it's them. I'm not trying to be no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them my niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Then came this absolutely wild interview with Funny Marco, where Orlando started making these suggestive comments about Bow Wow, hinting that he might have gone through the same experiences at those Diddy parties. When asked about Bow Wow, Orlando just dropped this bomb about Bow Wow having a good pee.
When's the last time you watched 106 in Park?
Last time it was hot.
What's the weather? What's the weather today, y'all?
When Little Bow Wow was on there.
You got a problem with Lil Bow Wow?
I ain't got a problem with Lil Bow Wow. Lil Bow Wow got some bomb ass.
82 degrees, partly cloudy, high of 85, low of 68.
that camera been on the whole time? Has it been on the whole time?
Now, normally people might brush this off as Orlando being, well, Orlando. But with all these rumors flying around about Bow Wow being Diddy's special guest, people started connecting the dots. Someone tagged Bow Wow on Twitter saying, "I hope you ain't gone, let Mr. Orlando be slide like that." And chilly, Bow Wow's response was something else. He came back with, "Since when legends got to speak on Erie? I'm filming my new TV show as we speak and preparing for a sold-out show at the O2 Arena for the Millennium Tour in London. I'm a 35-year-old father. I don't play them type games. You do know this Bo you talking to, right? I am a boy Damon. But wait, there's more." He added, "Dog, I'm just now seeing it. I've been wrapped up with work. I be chilling off the grid, not all on the net. Then I'll look up and be trending. They know who names they got to say to go viral for 24 hours. Ish be crazy. Like, honey, nobody is checking for you like that. I mean, sure, you had your moment and some loyal fans might still support you, but claiming people are using your name for clout? Please. But the person who really knows what's up is former Diddy bodyguard big homie CC. In a recent interview, when asked about Diddy's party guests, CC spilled some piping hot tea. According to him, it made perfect sense that Bow Wow missed those parties because he used to get paid to be a party favor at them. CC even shared this story about catching someone in a mascot-like costume grinding against another guy on the floor, and while he didn't name names, it was pretty clear who he was talking about.
Yeah, ask y'all a question right now. If Bow Wow came into this room without anybody knowing anything he did, and a group of females came into this room, who gonna get the females first, y'all or him?
Us.
If they don't know,
Yeah, he said they don't know who
they
Bow Wow
don't know
is.
who he is.
He's just Shad Moss from up the road. Yeah, nah, we getting
Who
that
gonna get
action.
the females first?
Yeah, because Bow Wow did walk in this room, but he was Bow Wow. But no, Bow Wow is he have to like bat his eyes or something.
We don't bow.
Yeah, no shade to Shad. No shade to Shad.
There's no shade.
No shade to Shad, but
Right. So if you can be a person who can show up you can show up to a place, and everybody here is paid to come in here and do what they do, of course you gonna miss that.
Yeah, man.
You going to a party and everybody is working?
Nah, man.
You can pull anybody you want, male or female, to the bathroom and get a job.
Yeah.
You gonna miss that.
Yeah, damn. All right, well, it's a drought then. It's a drought.
That drought make people crash out. So
It's a drought. What can you give me one celebrity you were surprised to see at a party in a way that you were surprised to see him, male or female? Like, you might have had an idea about him, then you see him like, there ain't no way that this person's doing this with that, or doing this like that, or whatever.
No.
Okay, yeah, he said, goddamn, I can do that.
No. Like, after my first year of being working with celebrities, I figured out what it was. I said, oh, so they all like this.
Alcohol.
Huh?
Does it always start with alcohol whenever?
No, a lot of them don't even drink.
Oh.
It's just them.
Bro,
I'm great.
So you got different levels but you got horny men, and then you got real horny men. You feel me?
So, what's the craziest thing you see?
What about the animals? Well, what animals?
Like the craziest thing that she was like, oh, nah, bro, I ain't, nah, bro, it's
I walked in on a guy in a mascot outfit with another person in a mascot outfit, dry humping in the floor.
That's a funny shit to walk into.
Yeah, when I first seen it, I just walked past. I'm like, what the fuck you got going on? So I go to the refrigerator, I give him my
fully costume.
I don't know, man.
This wasn't a Halloween party. It don't even matter, but
this was March.
It's crazy how everyone seems to know something about what went down at these Diddy parties, but somehow nobody ever participated. The streets are talking, and they're saying Bow Wow had a whole side hustle as entertainment at these parties. But what do y'all think? Was Bow Wow really out here being a party favor, or are these people just chasing clout? Drop your thoughts below and stay tuned, because you know there's always more tea to spill. Always more tea to spill.